Oh, I started doing RDLs like 3 or 4 months ago. And I'm slowly trying to still up my weight with the connection. Like riding a bike, you just got to get better before you try to do tricks. That's how I look at doing new exercises. My connection's just gotten so much better. And I used to never get like a stretch when I do hamstrings. It was always just like curls. Ooh. Check, mic. Okay. Ooh. Anyway, finally back to doing these. I hope my volume isn't too loud because that was always a struggle. The garbage audio, and I gotta remember to talk like really low because I have a loud voice anyway. And for some reason, these mics pick up, like amplify me times a million. And I can kind of see right now, it looks like it's all right, but I don't really know. Anyway, um, update. We're not gaining weight anymore. Kind of upset about that. I kind of still wanted to, but usually I gain weight in the wintertime and then cut weight come spring and summer. And I didn't want to do that this year. I kind of wanted to like extend the bulk or whatever, but I just couldn't for a couple of reasons. But I'm starting to learn that it's always good to not overdo stuff too. Like always consistently shoving food in your body all the time isn't necessarily the best thing for you in terms of like your health. And I'm very hard headed, and people could tell me like I have to burn my hand on the stove every time and learn it my way instead of just listening to other people. Now that's not always the case with everything, but for most of my life that's how it's been. It's like I've got to learn my lesson my way. I'm kind of dumb, but also not kind of dumb because sometimes you just got to test the waters for yourself and not always believe what people say. I don't fully regret not listening to all the advice I've been given in life all the time. Especially if you're a person that I look at and I don't feel like you have the mature judgment, I guess, to give me, if that makes sense. Like you always hear people talk about don't take advice from people who aren't where you want to be, which is true, but I mean, I don't know. Everything, you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. You gotta figure out for yourself, I guess. But anyway, not to run off on a tangent, and I hope these big tires on this Jeep isn't messing with the audio because I know that it does that too. But anyway, back to what I was saying. I guess we're going on a cut now, which I'm actually excited about because I get to stop shoving food in my face all the time, 24/7. So I don't feel as bloated and full all the time, but that means we're gonna lose some muscle. We're gonna try to hold on as much to it as we can. Obviously, that's gonna come with even more tight training, more fixed dieting, as in hitting protein numbers every single day, no matter what the case is. Um, Backing the carbs down just a little bit, not a lot, because something that I learned from my coach when I went on that first real like cut, I guess you would say, when I was about 10 weeks out. Whenever I was going into that prep or whatever for the first show that I was going to do, is it was a really crazy experience because when I did my very, very first cut by myself, like 3 summers ago, I remember like I cut my food in half and turned my cardio like way up intensive, and that was bad. And the reason that was bad is because I that wasn't a good balance. Like, that wasn't the right approach, especially when it came to trying to keep the muscle I did have. I definitely lost a lot more than what I could have kept. But again, it was my first time like by myself doing it, so I wasn't upset. It was a learning experience. But last time, and what I'm going to do this time, is we're going to keep the food kind of relatively the same. We're going to try to cut calories at about like 300 less calories, keep the carbs up pretty decently high, and kind of like carb cycle, which means like when I have like a really heavy day, like back or legs, even chest, I guess, really back and legs, I'm going to eat more, obviously. And then I'm going to eat a little bit less on days where I'm eating like shoulders, arms, chest will probably be like a moderate day. But where you really get shredded or cut weight and keep what you want to keep, for me, in my last experience with my coach Daniel, was the cardio. So we would consistently do cardio like 6 days a week. And looking back at the very first cut, it makes sense because I would get weak really, really quick because I didn't have the food that I needed. Well, this last one that I did have the food that I needed. So my strength was kind of like staying where it needed to be. Yeah, it dropped a little bit, but for the most part, it pretty much stayed the same, um, which was a huge difference from my first one. And we're going to try and do that this time too. And we have an even better feel for the car this time. So, yeah, we're pretty much keeping the food the same. We're just going to up the cardio a lot. Because this past winter, or this last, like as I was going through this book, we didn't do much cardio at all. It's like what did that look like? We were doing probably about 13 to 15 minutes, like 4 days a week, which isn't bad. I kind of just did it for cardiovascular health, and it definitely made a difference than to not do any cardio at all. I was still gaining weight, but I felt better than what I did on the book previous to that, where I did no cardio at all, and that was horrible. Like I could barely breathe. Um, this time I could breathe. I could breathe a lot more, which is good because you need air, because you need to live, because you need to live. You need to lift weights, and you need to like go through life. Breathe air. That's what Andrew Tate says. Breathe air. I'm gonna put an edit in there if I can. Andrew Tate said, breathe air. Anyway, okay, I'm already starting to sweat. Fat people problems. One thing too, I guess I'm switching on, is I'm in the tank tops already. Oh, arms still big, but they're gonna shrink probably soon. Um, yeah, we're in the tank tops already because it's summertime, and I'm pretty sure for most of y'all who watch what I post already, and I'm friends with, know I love being in baggy clothes. Like I love baggy clothes to work out in, and it's so funny. Like it's so, I don't think it's ironic. What is the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't know. It's just so funny how I remember when I first started lifting, I wanted to be in a tank top all the time as like this skinny little runt who had, I wasn't skinny, but I was pretty much just getting started like the first 1 to 2 years of lifting. And I love seeing my progress all the time. Like in the gym, I would always like look in the mirror and stuff like that, see like where I'm growing and like how the pump was looking and stuff like that. Well, it's funny how you get like bigger and bigger and bigger, and you get more and more covered up. Got this lighting good footage. But it's funny how the Jeep roll, I love it. That makes my day every time. It's annoying when you do it and then nobody does it back. That makes you like weird. It's a little weird. But about how it's funny how, like, after, for me, like, the last 2 years of lifting and really gaining size, you go from, like, you go through these stages where it's like, you want to be in a tank top, you want to see what you look like, and then you low key become like the biggest dude in the gym, and then no one even really knows it unless they like know you, because you're always covered up in like a towel or like in a freaking tunic, freaking picnic blanket all the time. And I don't know why. Like, even when I watch old school bodybuilders on YouTube or whatever, it's like most like big guys who bodybuild, who've been bodybuilding for a long time. They all do the same thing. I'm not saying everyone's like that. And I'm not saying I don't like dislike working out in the tank top, but I don't know. I even told Josh this, like my training partner. Speaking of, we haven't worked out together in like a long time, but I even told him this. I'm like, dude, I just love like being in baggy clothes because one, it's comfortable, and two, it like motivates me to just want to grow into them. Like, I'm always usually in a size up, and this last these last couple of months we grew into double XL, which I never in my life would ever found my wear a double XL ever. And in the upper body they were getting pretty tight, which was like cool. So I guess I was like seeing that progress while in the gym. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm growing into these double XL shirts. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But I mean, yeah, body dysmorphia probably puts a little bit too. I'm like thinking about it. Body dysmorphia. Well, I think a lot of us try to act like we don't have it, and I think it's so corny to talk about body dysmorphia all the time. Like, especially people who watch gym content all the time. What is going on at the daycare? Oh, it was a car accident. But yeah, we are on the way to hit quads today. I'm wearing shorts that I thought would fit me, and they really don't. But that's okay, because one thing that I always tell people whenever you're gaining and losing weight is never throw your clothes away. Ever. Even if you lost weight drastically or you've gained weight drastically, never, never throw your clothes away, because you never know when you might go back to that stage of either being bigger or smaller. And there are some shorts that I have that the last time I lost weight, went on a cut, I was able to wear them again. So I don't know if we'll be able to do it this time, because we really grew a lot. We grew a lot this last winter. But we'll see. Never say never. Something else I think about too, because a couple of my YouTube videos have gotten flagged. Like, I don't understand how YouTube is so good with like keeping up with like copyrighted music and stuff like that. But I've had like 3 videos in like 3 different parts get flagged for copyrighted music, and it wasn't a big deal. I didn't get like a strike or anything. It was just like, it was basically giving me the option to um, like remove it or whatever, and I was like, yeah, sure, take it off, doesn't matter. And they just kind of like mute a part of the clip. But I've always wondered, because I'm such a good singer, that if I'm singing in the gym, they would copyright what I'm singing. So I gotta be careful about that. Man, I'm many talents. Many talents. This was the dumbest thing to do. I don't know why I decided to come to the gym today. You don't know what he's doing. I don't know why I decided to come to the gym at 5 o'clock. I feel like recording's finna be hell, and I feel like, well, getting to the gym right now is hell, but whatever. 5:30 on the dot. What am I doing? Look at all these calls. All these calls. You don't even know what they're doing. All these calls. I remember being in high school. What do we say about that? Then there's the glory days. That's what they say, huh? Glory days. Hell no. Bro, I'm 24 years old. If you ever look back at your life and you sit there and you look back at your high school days or college days and you think those are the glory days, like, sure, whatever. If you're going through some crazy phase of being like the school's top athlete and like, or your little fraternity, whatever, and like you always have to look back at those were the best days. I mean, yeah, like I do the same thing sometimes with like memories with friends and stuff like that and whatnot. But bro, I'll be I'll be damned if I look back at the last just that small portion of my life and be like, them were my glory days. I know, brother, I'm 24 years old. You're 25, 26, 23 years old. My God, them are not the glory days. You have a whole life ahead of you. I'm not hyper fixating on saying that. Like, these people don't think that you can't have better days later. But like, bro, that's just the start. Like, again, whatever, to each their own, their experience or whatever to call their glory days. But that's always been such a. No, no. Matter of fact, since we're on these kind of topics right now, we get in that left lane. I hate when people that are like breaking into their 30s or breaking into their 40s. Um, I haven't heard it much lately, but like I remember at my old job, people would always say to me because they knew I worked out, and they were like, they would always ask me questions. That was nothing too. It's so funny because as much as I work out in the gym as my personality trait at some point, like 9 times out of 10, when you catch me talking about the gym in person, it's because someone's bringing it up to me first. So like at my job, that would happen. At my old job, that would happen. And these old heads would say, wait till you hit 30, or you're like, till you hit 40, you're going to see that you're not going to look like that anymore. Like, no, 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 heck no. What do you do? You don't go to the gym. I refuse to believe that for my life. You're not going to tell me I'm going to look crashed out like a blown out Rice Krispie treat. No, sir. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish I could see this car. Oh, that is such a. Oh my gosh. I'm not even a car enthusiast, but I used to have a Jaguar, an F type, sexy little car, and I got rid of it. I honestly got too big for it. And the moment that I did get rid of it, that's when it started having problems, and it was like perfect timing. Anyway, I literally just seen one that was like all chromed out, like passing me just now. I've never seen that. I've seen like two other F types in Daphne ever. That's where I live. Probably shouldn't say that for some reason. I don't know. I've seen two other Jaguars where I live, but never have I seen. Yeah, they were black. Never have I seen a whole chromed out Jaguar. That was crazy. That was interesting. Uh, Excuse me. I was telling somebody earlier today too. When summertime comes around, this is okay. When summertime starts to come around, I started going outside to tan like on my off days. So I want some color, a cracker. I always like to look like a cracker. Winter time is extra crackeriness. And uh, I was telling somebody this earlier today. I'm like, this is what happens when you go from poking to cutting. We're gonna trade the mask for the tan because let's say you get 2 or 3 shades darker from whatever your skin tone is already, especially if you're a lighter skinned person. I promise you, a good little tan will make it look like you have like 10 to 15 pounds of extra lean muscle mass. 100%. And that kind of explains why bodybuilders, when they go do a show, they get all tanned up and whatnot. So that's a fact. And you just overall look better when you're tan, I guess. Like a tan enhances how you look. You don't know the math on that, but My throat gets so dry talking sometimes. And honestly, at this point, because I don't know if the audio is cooked, I'm still posting. I don't care. Y'all can lower it. Y'all can do something yourself. Yeah. Green light. But anyway, it's oh my gosh. You know what's so funny is I have my camera literally posted like right where the mirror is for me to like see who's in my right lane or whatever. So when I do this, I like can't see. I really can't see when I'm trying to like turn right. That's not good. But anyway, we're almost to the gym. We're gonna be doing. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be doing hamstrings, probably calves, and today might be the first day we toss in abs. We might start tossing in core now. And something else that I want to honestly do that I've not done these past couple years when I go on these like bulks and stuff. No, I'm sorry, brother, I'm getting over. Something that I've not done on these last couple bulks is hit abs. I do zero core work in the winter because I'm just trying to utilize all the energy I do have for the muscle group that I'm hitting, which isn't a bad like mindset either. Because when you're doing this is like what people say when you're hitting other body parts like chest, legs, back, your core is like tightened and it's getting strengthened. But I mean, at the same time, you need to isolate your core too. You need to hit it and stress it out just as equally as you're doing everything else. Because we definitely don't have any abs right now. And even if, yeah, we don't have abs right now. So we'll see how we're feeling. I'm gonna really try to get in here and like really crush my hamstrings. Because again, that's another thing too. Not that you shouldn't be training hard all the time, but man, when you go on a cut, you really have to be on your P's and Q's to hold on to what you already have. And I think it'll be I'm gonna kind of like do this one much slower. So that's another thing. If you're cutting weight very aggressively, then like you're not gonna hold on to as much good as you would if you did it slower. And there's so many variables involved in that. I'm not gonna go through each one, but like I'm speaking generally. So with that being said, I'm gonna try to take this cut pretty slow, and I'm getting to a point where I mean, if you like bodybuilding content, you know what I'm talking about. You get to a place where you go on so many bulks and cuts, and you add so much mass to your body, like good lean mass, that your not body mass index, but your body composition changes over time. There's a lot into that too. Y'all can like dig into that with something else. I'm not getting into it, but what I'm saying is I I kind of want to after this cut, I'm either gonna go into a prep for my first show or go back into another bulk. But then from here on out, my next weight gains will be like I'm gonna stay relatively lean when I start to go on like my next bulk next time. Just because I mean guys who are at the pro level, even in their off season when they're eating in a surplus, they keep a good condition year round, which one that's just good for overall health for the most part. But if you can find a good balance, you can still make good progress while still being relatively lean. Like you don't have to be a blown out sack of potatoes in the off season and in the winter to make progress. I just personally kind of do that because I like food and I think it's fun. I like going from being fat to like whatever. Anyway, we just got here. Hope the audio, hope the audio isn't cooked. But yeah, let's hopefully it's not too busy in here, and we can actually get like some good shots. Toodles. Huh? Oh, you're good. You're fine. Actually, let's go lower if we can't. No, we can't. Okay, cool. I like to get as snug into these as I can. All right, come on. God, I love starting heavy. But God dang, I gotta get clean rips in. Those were clean, but I gotta get a good connection. All right, come on. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Chilling. Chilling. I got a sunburn if y'all can't tell. The biggest thing about laying out in the sun and getting a sunburn is staying hydrated 100%. I miss recording. I like this. I keep track of that rest time. This is another thing. Cutting weight and gaining weight. Somebody asked me the other day. It's like the training stays the same. What you did to put the muscle on is what you're going to do to keep it on. Now, again, when strength starts to drop, when you have to change it a little bit, like I'll start to drop weight and do more reps. But I mean, if you're putting on mass with heavy weight, you're going to have to keep that mass on with heavy weight. But of course, you don't want to injure yourself either. So you just kind of have to fill it out. And, it's like checking into a roller coaster. Gotta remember to keep my feet straight. That matters. Don't want imbalances. It's hard. I couldn't do that neither. You can't do that either? Probably not right now, no. What'd you try to do, like a pull up? I just wanted to do a pull up. Wait, what grip did you do? What? Oh. A hard one? Like the forward part one? Yeah. Yeah, I cannot do any pull ups right now, that's for sure. It's cool. I'm lying. What up, brother? How are you? God, it's been like freaking 5 years, I think, since I've seen you in person. Holy crap, bro.
I see you go to the bathroom.
About anytime? Yeah, I do. I just started I'm probably gonna start coming here more, just because it's kind of nicer. It's bigger. I don't know if you've ever been to that one, but
Yeah, I think they just expanded.
yeah, they did. I think it was like maybe a month ago or something, because they had like that wall here or whatever. I don't know if you were here when they were doing that.
No, I just started in January.
Oh, gotcha. Sweet. Gotcha, man. How you been?
Pretty good.
Sweet. Gotcha. Yeah, it's summertime. Trying to get myself conditioned just to, you know. Yeah, it's just like hamstrings. Nothing too crazy. What about you? Gotcha. Sweet, brother. Yeah. Bro, you can never go wrong with just spending time in the gym. Feel better, look better, gain confidence, honestly. Because, bro, we used to hoop all the time. That's like what we did.
I was getting active.
Yeah.
After, going to work and stuff.
Right.
Kind of wanted to go and chill.
Yeah.
I sit all day.
Right.
I do social media marketing.
Gotcha.
So I sit in a desk office.
Yeah.
I kind of go.
Yeah, get active again or whatever, yeah. It's all about finding something that you love doing. There's so many different styles of training with the gym too. It's like you don't have to bodybuild, power lift train. You don't have to just come in and, you know what I mean? There's just so much you can tailor to your own self. But anyways, brother, kill it, man. It's good seeing you. Hope to see you here more. Ooh. Drop 7. I just froze my legs. God.
What do you do for calves in this gym? Because
Bro,
I don't know.
as a matter of fact, this is the first day that I'm like gonna hit calves here because I haven't been coming to this one much. But honestly, actually, I lied. Yeah. This is what I use. I use the leg press. That's exactly. Yeah, I do exactly that. I was gonna say leg press, but no, it's definitely this one. Because I don't really like doing standing ones, and if I do standing ones, it's usually like I'll do it in the Smith machine or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Like stand on a plate or something. But this is probably like the best one to be honest. And then it doesn't take forever to like set up. You just get on it and go. Yeah, definitely this. Yeah, I would definitely do that. I definitely struggle with calves, so this is definitely not my strong suit. Some people never touch calves and just have freaking boulders. Like, must be nice. But yeah, no, definitely this. Those are low key garbage. Okay, these partials are so important. Super lightweight with good connection, good control. Whew. True. I'm set up in the sus spot, but that's okay. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. A little bit of my own. High key need straps, but that's all right. We'll be all right. Just burned up my forearms. Whew. Let's change this angle. Kind of want to go up and weight. This feels good too. We'll stay here. Put y'all guys in a less viewpoint. Ooh. All right, let's run it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I started doing RDLs like 3 or 4 months ago. And I'm slowly trying to still up my weight, but the connection, like riding a bike, you just got to get better before you try to do tricks. That's how I look at doing new exercises. My connection's just gotten so much better. And I used to never get like a stretch when I do hamstrings. It was always just like curls. I do quads, curls, quads, curls, quads, curls. Now I got like a good stretch. So it's good to start with a pump exercise like hamstring curls and then stretch out with RDLs. And I'm gonna go do more curls with lighter weight, just burn out, and then calves. Maybe abs, we'll see. Good. I'm so sunburnt. Ooh. God, it's like my lower back and my arms get out from my hamstrings, dude. I refuse to wear a belt. I refuse to get straps. Even though I want straps. I refuse. Yeah, something does many as I can with 65. I think and then go pick up some lighter weight. Do like 2 drop sets, 3. We'll see. Bro, Jello going from the G League to being a rapper is insane. His music's hidden. Okay. Let's do it. Ah. Ooh. Something that I'm learning too, just in life in general, is longevity. Like, I don't want my talks to only be bodybuilding based, even though that's what I do. But even like LeBron James, bro's like one of the goats for a reason, just because he stayed around, has been healthy for so long. And the huge thing I feel like that we can all take away from that, people who are great because they've just been able to stay in their game for so long, is like, no, we're not all going to be LeBron James and Michael Jordans. It's like, be the goat of your life. You don't have to be the greatest of all time to ever do what it is that you're doing, but be the greatest of all time for you and who you are. Be your greatest of all time. I'm not going to be like LeBron James. I'm not going to be like Chris Bumstead. I don't want to be. It's like, be the greatest of all time with the effort that you put in, and no one can take away from you, that'll bring full fulfillment and confidence. Anyways, let's run it. Cool. We're done. All right, this is gonna be a quick wrap up because we literally. Can I take that off? Yeah, that looks better, honestly. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Uh, oh, we started doing cardio too. So obviously, with cutting weight, like I said earlier, we're gonna try to do like 40 minutes of cardio. It's just a fast paced walk, with a fast paced incline walk, and that's honestly all it takes. We're not gonna be probably doing any stairmaster or nothing like that. We didn't hit abs, but we'll probably do it next time or tomorrow with shoulders. We'll see. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching as normal. Means a lot. Again, um, one thing that I'm learning is just because you're consistent with one thing doesn't mean you're gonna be always consistent with everything. Like, I always pride myself on being consistent with the gym, eating foods, showing up to work, stuff like that. I would thought I would be very consistent with this right off the bat, but I have not been. I haven't posted in like a month and a half, 2 months almost. I think, I don't know exactly. So we're working on that. Um, it's fun. Implementing something new into a routine is, or can be, challenging but fun. Anyway, again, appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe is most important. I don't have I'm trying to grow my following here more so than any other place because I don't know. I've had like accounts banned and stuff like that, and I kind of like low key starting fresh on just YouTube. Obviously, I post on Snapchat. My Instagram literally got deleted like 100 times. So yeah, I need to be more consistent in posting here on YouTube, and we're gonna get there. Anyway, appreciate it.